We're good. We're good.
We're good.
We are live. Hey guys, how you doing? Merry
Hey,
Christmas!
Merry
This is
Christmas.
very special hot seat, a Christmas hot seat, and we figured we just put the tree behind us with the lights and everything else like that. Um, so and then we got our hats over here. Feliz Navidad from
Of
Puerto Rico.
course, of
Hello,
course.
hello. So welcome guys to the hot seat. My name is Rich Guzman.
My name is Ace Guzman. Feliz Navidad. Merry Christmas to all you guys.
Happy holidays.
Yes.
Happy Hanukkah.
What do we have here? Karen says hello. Excited for a hot seat. Ace and Rich hot pants.
Hot pants. Hot pants.
Thank you so much for that. It's going to be a good show today. We have so much to talk about, so much to cover, a lot of great topics and questions here that have never been asked on the hot seat. So we want to dive into some of these viewers' questions, right?
But before we do, we'll get into some topics and stuff like that I want to talk about.
Of course.
And just open up your minds a little bit.
Right on. So other than that, tag up your friends, tag everybody that you want to tag. If you're watching us live on YouTube, hello, YouTube. Definitely let us know that you are watching us live in YouTube. And if you're new to our channel, hit that subscribe button and thumbs up when you feel like it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You know what I need to do? I need to.
Albie, hey, what's up, Albie? What's going on, Albie? Hey, everyone. Love your Christmas hats. Thank you. Over here, they have it, and they put it in Spanish, and it's stitched in, which I really like, because Rich has this thing about glitter. He does not like glitter.
Well, tell me the story about what happened in the Camaro.
Well, we were going to your sister's, wedding, and I had bought gift wrap that had glitter on it, and so I wrapped up the present, really beautiful. And we're on our way to the wedding. And then, we take the Camaro. So we get into the Camaro and he's like, oh, no, there's glitter everywhere. He's like, you don't know how long it's going to take to get out of my seats, especially Ricardo's seats. He just couldn't stop talking shit about the glitter. I was like, come on, man. If the glitter bothers you that bad, you put it in a garbage bag or something.
Oh no, because
hilarious.
It wasn't just a little bit.
Sticky, man.
It was a lot of listen, it wasn't just a little bit of glitter, it was a lot of glitter. And I'm like, oh
well, yeah,
no.
What do you expect? We were going to your sister's wedding, man, and we had glitter everywhere. So
it was crazy.
I didn't even think anything of it. But now to this very day, even during Christmas, Rich does not want us to use things with glitter on them. And if we do, we got to put something like a blanket underneath and clean up after. He said glitter gets everywhere, even after Christmas.
Yes, exactly.
So Rich don't like glitter.
No, not at all.
That's so funny. He's like, glitter is crazy hard to clean up. Okay, so I guess you dudes know about this thing.
Albie, you know, man.
Albie knows.
You know
about the car situation, man. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I never thought of, about glitter that much. But you know what? I don't wear makeup with glitter, though. I don't like it. Yeah. So he doesn't like to get it on him. If I kiss him, he'll get glitter on. He's like, oh, come on, man. You got glitter on me. So I don't wear makeup with glitter around Rich.
Santa might not be happy, man, with me. I don't know.
I know, right? Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's kick this thing off right. We've got some topics to go over, but Rich, you wanted to open up with something?
Yeah, just some really good transformation development stuff, because I love really waking guys up and really thinking a little bit differently, because we're here in the holidays of Christmas, and happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. And the thing about it is, a lot of people have been talking about how it's really been tough for them this year. And I remember when I was a child, I was being brought up with a single mom. She taking care of 3 kids, me and my 2 sisters, and there was times that we didn't have much, and my mom always did the best to put the tree up and get gifts and things like that. And I just want to let you know that there's people out there right now that are sleeping in the streets, have no ability to have a home. And when Christmas comes around, I think about these things. Like, there's a gentleman over here that he's homeless, and we always give him food. If we see him, Like, hey, do you need something to drink, or you want food? He'll tell me like, hey, no, can you give me a drink? Okay. Oh no, hey, can you give me some food? Yeah. I remember, because it may be Puerto Rico, but once December hits around the end and January, it gets a little cool at night. You know what I mean? So we got him some sweaters. We gave him some socks. We gave him some sneakers. So we're always thinking about people that are less fortunate, than us. Remember, when we were homeless, and we never forget that, never. So we know what it feels like. And I just want to let you know that if you've been struggling and it's been really hard for you this year, understand that it's not your fault. And all I can say is that, learn to control what you can control. And, you can't control what, the government does and, makes things, harder for you and things like that. You can't control that. Right. So, I mean, we can complain about it. We can, scream until we're blue in the face. But honestly, just always think about what you can control, because a lot of things that happen is, guys, we tend to always think back to the past. And I talked about this a little bit last week. And, all our lives, we've been always influenced, no matter where we are, no matter where we go, no matter who we associate with. All those influences happen subconsciously and consciously, whether you're aware of it or not. And then what happens is, we bounce back to the familiar, right? And we think that things are not possible in our lives. We think that we can't accomplish things because by default it's all that we know of how we grew up, right? Like money didn't grow on trees. What do you think? We got money. We think we're made of money. So all those things really play a really big impact in how we think of ourselves in the present, right? So if you're struggling with what I'm talking about, understand you could always change that. You always have the ability to start over and change that. Okay. I remember I took someone to an event, and this was an event that explained, relationship with money, mindset, business. And I remember, when there was a video, and it was from Callaway, and it was a song called "I Want Money, Lots and Lots of Money. I Want the Pie in the Sky." Well, she started actually crying, right? Because she had a lot of pain from the past, how she felt about money. And she was the only one there that actually started crying. So people actually go through these problems because, they feel like, they can't really get ahead, or they have a bad relationship with money, or the money reminds them of a past event that causes them to think negative about money. All right. So that's what I want to talk about today, guys, and really understand that, nobody is immune, right? Everybody has their own issues and their own problems. Okay. But like I said, I want you to think of Christmas today. I know it's not till, Monday, but I want you to think about today. I want you to think about, like, let's pretend today's Christmas. I want you to think about this. All right. Start over. Start over, because every time Christmas comes around, it begins a new year. And when I see a new year, I always think of new opportunities. I always think about, like, okay, so what did Ace and Rich do that was impactful in 2023 right now, right? What did we do? And, we have done a lot. We've changed people's lives. We continue to do so. But I'm thinking about 2024 right now. Like, what is it that we can do next year to up our game to do even better, right? Always keep improving. Always make sure that don't let any past circumstances dictate what you have the ability to create in the new year. Don't worry about what happened in 2023, because it's going to be irrelevant. Yesterday is irrelevant. 2003 is going to be irrelevant, right? So you have to ask yourself, what am I going to do? What am I going to change? What new habits could I create that's going to help me? What things am I going to be willing to let go so I could enter new things, new thoughts, new abundant mindsets up here where I could attract exactly what I want? Okay. Because, I do believe in the law of attraction, but I believe it in my own way. I don't believe that, you just open up a menu and you just wish and hope and, and think about that it's going to happen when you start just thinking about it. It doesn't work that way. That's part of the piece of the puzzle when it comes to the law of attraction. But the other part is that you have to really believe it in a way that you can connect your feelings and your emotions to that specifically what you want, right? And that's hard for a lot of people. So let's say you have an idea of something you want, and let's keep it simple. Let's say that, you know what, 2024, I want to work on getting a new car, right? So if you want to work on getting a new car, what are you going to do to get that new car? Because if your old car is on the fritz, and it's gonna be hard for you to start getting to work because you're gonna be paying for more repairs, and it's not even gonna be worth it after a while, right? Then you think about, like, okay, I'm gonna get a new car. Now, what am I gonna do to get a new car? I'm going to think about what it feels like to drive the car. I'm going to know exactly what car, what model, what year. I'm going to go to the dealership. I'm going to sit in it. I'm going to go for a test drive. And I'm going to feel that emotion of what it feels like. I don't want to think about what I want. I want to think about how I feel what I want. And then I want to repeat that feeling every single day over and over and over and over again. So I know I'm getting closer and closer and closer to making that more of like a mental reality and more of a physical reality. Okay. See, you have to put the work in. It's not like you just sit there and, kumbaya and and things just appear out of nowhere. It doesn't work that way. That's why I think the movie The Secret was full of shit, right? So I feel that we have the ability to create the things that we want, but it's another level, right? The emotion is the most important. And I taught this before, and I remember telling Ace this as well, is that thinking about something that you want requires you to really feel that emotional state that makes you feel really good. If you don't feel really good about it, it's not going to happen. But if you feel great and you feel that thrill of excitement, and you can't stop thinking about it every day, and you go to bed at night thinking about it, keeps you awake sometimes, right? And in a good way, not a bad way. Then what happens is you get inspired, and when you get inspired, every day that emotional state, you hold on to it. Before you know it, you're going to look in your driveway, and then you're going to see your brand new car that you wanted, because you already knew what you want. You just had to connect your emotional state and realize that is exactly how I feel. And if I feel that way, I know I'm going to get what I want, right? It's the same thing with your business, right? Whatever you want to create in your business, how do you feel in your business? If you get up every day in your business and you're like, another shitty day in business, I'm not making any sales, this doesn't work, right? You're pushing away exactly what you asked for in the first place, right? Like, do you remember when you first got started? How excited were you, right? You were excited because you were looking for a way to make money to supplement your income, or even maybe retire, or maybe you just don't like your boss and you just want to fire your boss like Ace did, right? Like we did. Um, how do you feel about that, right? Again, let's go back to that. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like it can be done? Do you feel good about it when you think about it? Do you get scared? You get a little shaky, right? Do you have that fear creeping in? You see, guys, all these emotions really matter when we're trying to accomplish something. Not only that, but when you actually go into business, okay, and you start working online, you start building your business, you know what I mean? You have to really wake up and be enthused every day, right? Even when, I always say this, even when the cards are not in your favor, what's going to happen to you? These are the breakthroughs that are going to start coming in your life, in your business, when you start getting up enthusiastic when you don't even feel good that day. Okay. When the cards are not in your favor, when things don't look like they're working right, like, the tech is just beating you up and everything, you say, that's just a part of it. Right? It's your outlook on how you look at things, right? Are you pessimistic about things, or are you optimistic? If you're pessimistic, this business is never going to work for you. If you're optimistic, then you're going to attract anything that you want, because people can see that you're optimistic from your energy, right? Like right now, as I'm talking, I get excited about this stuff because I get very optimistic about looking forward to 2024. And people can see that, they get excited and be like, hey, you know what I mean? I feel like, Ace and Rich, they're optimistic, and they always know what direction they're going. They know what they're doing. Yeah, but it wasn't always that way. The days that we were struggling so bad and we couldn't even make a sale for the life of us. I remember when I first started, I couldn't generate a lead for the life of me, right? But no matter what, I still saw the outcome. And when I saw the outcome, I stayed positive even when nothing was happening. And I want you guys to think this way. This is why I'm opening up this way and sharing this with you, because I think it's very powerful. When you're able to actually think just a little bit different in 2024, when you can say, you know what, Ace and Rich is right. I'm going to get up with a whole new step, right? I'm going to wake up with a whole new step. I mean, I'm going to wake up differently. I'm going to look at the world differently. Yeah, I know the whole world looks like it's falling apart, hell in a handbasket. But the reality is, it's like, just create your own environment and your own reality. It's going to do what it's going to do regardless. You have no control over that, but you have control of how you feel and how you think, right? So when you start, open up that computer and you start looking at your business, look at it in a different way. Don't look at it like, oh my God, I got to make a sale, right? Oh my God, I got to make this work. No, you look at it in a way like, I am getting up today. I feel really good. I'm going to learn some great new skill sets, and I'm going to learn how to get results. And what are results? Results could be generating leads for the first time, right? Getting your first lead to go into your autoresponder for the first time, your first broadcast in your email campaign, right? Your first segment, your first open in your email, your first click on a link in your email, your first video that you put up on YouTube, your first post that you put on Facebook or Instagram, right? Or your post on X now, right? It used to be Twitter, right? It's those small little things that are so vitally important to the next big things, okay? And if we could just hold on to that, we could, bask in that for a second, you might look back and go, you know what? Little things have been happening to me, but I really haven't felt appreciated about it. Start appreciating the little wins, because as you appreciate those little wins, that's when the big wins start coming. Okay, so your first open, your first click, your first person that actually saw your business, that's a great result. So what? You didn't make a sale, but where were you in the very beginning? Right, in the very beginning when you first got started, you didn't even have nobody looking at your business, and now you got people looking at your business. Even though they're not buying yet, you got people looking at your business. You see how we look at things from a different perspective? This is how we keep growing. This is how we keep learning. We get enthusiastic. We get excited, right? I remember when there was no sales for us, and we were so excited our first lead. And people started following us because we were so excited about our first lead. Heck, we didn't make no sales, but people were excited for us. And they joined us in our business because they were like, wow, you guys are generating leads. How are you doing this? Please share with me, because you're excited. Now think about this. What if we change the scope, right? What if we go back in time and we say, we just generated some leads, and we don't sound very excited about it, right? It's not very exciting. We sound pessimistic, negative. Oh, we just generated some leads and we didn't get no sales, though, right? Are people going to really be enthused to actually really seek you out and really want to work with you? No, absolutely not. But if you're excited, you're enthusiastic, you're positive, you have an outcome in your mind, you know where you're going, you know what you want. And what I mean about knowing what you want and where you're going is exactly what you want. You can't know exactly where you're going unless you know what you want. That's the catalyst. Because once you know what you want, come hell or high water, you're going to walk down that path and you're going to figure out how to get what you want. That's when the results come in, right? So understand, guys, I want you to look at the whole year, this whole new year coming in a whole new way. And maybe tomorrow you'll start thinking this way. And I hope you do, because it's going to really, truly help you understand how to attract exactly what you want and what you're looking for. And then when you start getting it, start sharing it, start passing the baton, start opening people's minds, just like we are right now in this hot seat. Okay? I want you guys to do the same thing, because we can change the world one person at a time by actually creating more beliefs in them when nobody believed in themselves. Sometimes, we have to have belief in people that they don't have in themselves. And we told, people this in our coaching, our Diamond Coaching program. We said, I know you're having, trouble believing in yourself, but lean on our belief in you till you have the belief in yourself. And sometimes, you got to do that. As leaders, you got to do that, because we can see things that other people can't see, right? When I first met Ace, I told her, I said, I see something in you that is so magnificent. I see something in you that's so amazing. You have so much potential. And she looked at me, she goes, what are you talking about? I don't see it. I don't see what you see. I said, well, it's because you're not allowing yourself to see it. You're not allowing yourself to think how great you are and how even, how great you could become, right? You can't be great unless you feel great right now. You get what I'm saying? And so when I told her this, after a while, she started getting it, but it wasn't easy for her because she just thought like, I don't know. I've been told that, I'm a horrible person, and and just a lot of negativity, parents bringing her down, family bringing her down, right? Oh, you can't do this. This is impossible, right? Because she had a lot of failures in the past. So when I tell her something like, you are a great person, you have such great potential, I see something great in you. You're just amazing at what you're doing. And you wonder why people can't see things like that. And it's not your fault. It had nothing to do with you. It has something to do actually with other people, other influences, other circles, right? Remember I talked about it in the very beginning of this? Other circles, other influences, right? Dictate your outcome. Again, don't let anybody or any outside influence dictate what you want to create. All right? Because they can completely kill it. Completely kill it. Want to say anything, babe? I know you want to say something.
Okay. I didn't want to have a bad echo, but all that Rich is saying is absolutely true. My upbringing, my family was very pessimistic. And I tried and tried and tried so hard for them to, give me their approval, be the good daughter, do everything, be the first to, take care of things in the house and, be the provider, the helper, all kinds of things. But nothing ever pleased them. They wanted more. So it just was draining to try to constantly try to please those people. And I had to learn the hard way of, to step back and start thinking about Ace. I had to start thinking about Anastasia and thinking about who I am as a person and, start thinking about taking care of myself, because you end up losing yourself by trying to fulfill everybody's needs and, in your family and your circle, your friends, and try to get their approval. And when I realized as a Christian, I didn't have to seek anybody's approval but God's. And I was just like, that's what did it for me. And I changed and I started focusing on me more. I started doing things that people didn't think I could do. And, I've accomplished so much, and I'm 43 years old. And, a lot of that I owe to, not just, my journey with Rich, but also the Lord, because I would have never have gotten this far if it wasn't for the Lord to bring me this far. And still continually work in me, because nobody's perfect, right? And I'm always kind of being faced with all kinds of challenges, because you tend to slip up, you'll slip back into that zone, but you're more stronger now and more, and so you're not going to go and fall for those traps anymore, and you'll see them coming, and you're ready to go, and you're like, nope, never again, not going back, and I'm not going to let anybody make me feel like I'm a victim, or I'm not good enough anymore, because I know I'm damn good enough. Right, Rich?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when she first started, a lot of defeats, a lot of failures, because she was in network marketing before. And, I came along, I helped her out, helped build up her check. And, actually, you already had it in you. It's just nobody really cared enough to really teach you. Nobody cared enough to really help you. You guys ever gone through this where you want to learn something and you're online, and then all of a sudden people give you like the 30,000-foot view, like, hey, this is what the way it looks. And then they want you to go figure it out for yourself. And you're brand new. And they expect you to figure it out for yourself. Right. And this is why a lot of people quit. A lot of people, give up. And, and we saw that. And that's why we decided to do our own coaching program. That's why we decided to do our own thing our way. And we help out a lot of people. Right. Because we like to teach from more of a simple fashion that people can comprehend, understand, where they can get the results that they're looking for. Right. And we give it the truth. We don't cut corners. We don't sugarcoat anything. We tell you that, hey, it's going to take some work. You got to figure this out. I mean, we're here to guide you along the way. We're not going to just be like, okay, go figure it out. But yes, as you figure things out, you have any questions and you come back to Ace and Rich, we could answer those questions. Nobody, actually asked me the questions. Nobody can hear me. Really? Can everybody hear me okay? Let me know in the chat, guys, if you guys could hear me. Oh, okay, but let me just double check my audio, guys, just to be sure. Okay, cool. So let me get back here. So yeah, I mean, that's the thing about like, building a business and everything is like you're gonna have challenges, and we tell people that and everything, but we still, we still help people if they have questions and they're stuck on something. We have our own inner circle. We do this for a reason because we get this message a lot, over and over again, and we notice this. I joined a program, I went through a course, and I was told that I'm going to get some help and guidance, and they don't, live up to that expectation. Okay. And then all of a sudden, again, they get stuck, and then it puts a bad taste in the mouth about affiliate marketing. And this is why we're like, you know what? We're going to create our own environment. We are going to do things our way. And what we're going to do what the gurus are not doing. Okay. We're going to do what the gurus are not doing, what they should be doing, but they're not doing. Okay. Because they don't want to get off their high horse. They're just going to make a lot of money, right? We made a lot of money. We haven't changed. So what's the difference? The old saying goes, if you're an asshole, if you get a lot of money, you're going to be more of an asshole. Pretty much. If you're giving, you're generous, you make more money, you're going to be more giving and generous. Right? It's true. I've seen it. I've seen people change right before my eyes. But the reality is they never changed. They were always like that. They just magnify more into who they already were. Okay? So understand that, when I met Ace, I mean, she did go through some major struggles. Okay? And she literally, the biggest breakthrough that she had is when I told her to quit. That was her biggest breakthrough. I told her to quit. Because when I had to go back to work, I said, I don't want you to work. I want you to actually stay home, work on the business. I'm going to tell you what to do. All right? Start building it up. And I would come home and I would find out she did nothing. She would just be eating chocolate bars and putting her feet on the desk and watching videos and doing absolutely nothing. So months and months went by. I'm a very patient guy, just so you know. And I'm saying, one day I just came home. I said, you know what? Sorry, babe. You got to go back to work. I said, you might as well just quit the business right now. It's not for you. And boy, she started crying. And she got upset. And she said, no one tells me that I need to quit. That was the day when she went back to work and she told me that. That's the day she started building her business and took it seriously. And I saw a side of Ace that I knew was always inside her. Remember I said in the beginning, you got great potential. You're amazing. She already had it in her. She just never wanted to bring it out. Isn't that interesting? And then when I took it away from her, that's when she decided it's on. It's game time. I'm not playing around no more. I don't want to work. She got comfortable, right? And now she got uncomfortable and God taught her a lesson. Oh, the Almighty taught her a lesson. You know why? Because she was working in Staples, and there was 1 year in Staples where the heater got busted. It broke down. And during that time it broke, it was 30 below zero that day or that weekend or multiple weekends because I didn't fix it right away. And so what I did was I went there and I gave her a portable heater. And the boss got a little bit upset and said, oh, what are you doing? I said, well, first of all, if you don't want a lawsuit, you're going to plug in this heater right now. Matter of fact, I'm going to plug it in myself. And I wasn't working there. I went around the back. I plugged it in myself. I go, there you go, babe. Now you'll be a little bit warmer. Right? I take care of my peoples, man. That's especially my girl, right? I don't want, her to get harmed and stuff like that. But let me tell you something. I believe that was the Lord Almighty taught her a lesson. You had it made. You took advantage. Now you need to realize when you go back to work, now you're going to realize what you had. And when she started going home and working, she was working the business. And let me tell you something. This is when she actually told me, she goes, babe, I'm starting to close some sales. Because I was working 14-hour days, 12-hour days, right? 16-hour days. I didn't have much time, just 2 hours, right? Just do my email marketing when I came home. And let me tell you, She was like, babe, you got to come home because you're not coming home. We're losing money. We're getting more sales. More people are coming. I said, okay. So I stayed at my job an extra year. And then when I left, I said, I got to go. I'm being forced out. By me not being home, I'm losing money. Okay. It was like that. So understand that, we're not people that have like a cape. We're not like Superman or Superwoman here. All right. We've gone through our trials and tribulations, and the potential and all the great things were already within us. And everybody here who's watching us here on YouTube is watching us here on Facebook, right? And all the other places we put the video on. Understand that you all have it as well, but you got to bring it out. You got to bring it out, right? You guys know, you guys have that potential. You guys know you have it in you. You just got to believe it, and you got to bring it out. Bring it out, right? I'm telling you. And you do that by being optimistic, even if you're having your worst day possible. Trust me. Even when she came home from work and she was freezing, she still worked the business. I mean, she still crushed it. She was closing sales at work. Okay. Impressive, right? But that's when you know it's game on. It's like nobody likes their back pushed against the wall, and that's what happened. So, all right, now it's time. Let's get some questions. Awesome. Yeah. You guys ready for questions?
All right.
In the comments, guys, put some questions. Come on.
Let's go with the questions. I see some comments here. Thank you for the comments. They're inspired, and the story is amazing. And I thank you so much for the feedback. Richard Osborne has a question. Says, I've been reading Mike Dillard's book, Like Ace Told Me. And I read, he was saying the who, what, when, where. He was saying, what does he mean by that?
The who, what,
the
where?
Who, what, where, when, why, and how. All the W's. Well, if you read the book, okay, what part of it didn't you understand? Because obviously I need to have the book in front of me to know what chapter you're on.
Well, I need to know a little bit more context
on that.
Because that's very generic. Who, what,
it is very generic.
when, and where.
We can go a whole nother direction, and we want to make sure we pinpoint the right answer on that one. So come right back and be clear on your question, okay? Yeah. We have another question here. Let's take a look. Question is from Sarah from New York. What's going on? Merry Christmas, New Yorkers.
All right, New York.
Sarah says, I've heard cleaning cookies can impact pass-ups in your sales. Can you explain how this works out and whether it's a common practice in affiliate marketing?
Yeah, whenever you clean your cookies, it's important because some people, they use their computer, and when they run their business, let's say that, you are marketing on the internet, you're doing your social media, let's say YouTube, for example, or, even like Facebook, right? What happens is someone comes across their affiliate link, they click on it, but they don't buy, they just click on it, right? That means that affiliate link is cookied to the original person that they clicked on the link, the first person they clicked on the link to. Now, let's say that you share a link with someone, right? They click on it. You're not going to get a sale because it was originally cookied from the first person who they clicked the link to. So you must understand that if you're doing anything like that, make sure that you clean your cookies from your browser. Okay? Very, very important.
I want to touch on that.
Yeah, because if you don't, it could be a hairy situation. I know what you want to say.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you say it.
Okay.
Because I'll tell you what happened to us.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Like we do things impulsively. When we see something we're excited about, or an affiliate offer, or something online you want to buy, just keep in mind there's something called cookies. And these cookies actually are coded to the original person who, built that link. So the thing is, some cookies age 6 months. It depends on the program that you're a part of. Some of them go as long as a year. Okay. There are no lifetime cookies. Like they don't do it like that. That's in fairness. You have to do it that way. And there's certain terms and conditions on certain affiliate networks and programs. So like one of the smartest things to do is always check first with the person by asking them a simple question and say, have you seen this offer before somewhere? Do you remember? Because if you do, I highly recommend you clean your cookies right now. Okay. And the reason why you want to do that is because, like, Sarah's concerned about, you can lose a sale and there's nothing that you can do about it because it happens, right? Rich can share a story how we've lost thousands of dollars just from cookies. Go ahead, Rich.
So now what we've done is we've told people to clean their cookies, and literally we've had, because we have a lot of consults, a lot of meetings and things like that, and if they're a conversation about getting them signed up to affiliate program and stuff like that, I will clean their cookies for them if they don't know. Like if they know, they can clean their cookies. But we've had some people say, well, I don't know how to clean my cookies, right? That's very simple to do in Chrome, and most people use Chrome anyway. So let's talk about Chrome, right? So if you ever come across this and you're communicating with somebody, let's say you're on Zoom, or you're on like a especially Zoom, because Zoom you could take control of the mouse, right? And what I do still is I'll go here, show it right now, and I'll go into their browser. I'll click on those three dots right there, click on settings, and you could actually go to reset settings. You can go to system. There's also, let's see here, private and security. Private and security is a good place to start, because you want to clear the browsing data right here. So if you click on the browsing data, you can see that always put all time, right? And this will clear the data, okay? Browsing history, all that kind of stuff. Just click on that and it'll clear all the cookies. Now, make sure the individual knows that they will lose their passwords because it does clean out the cookies really, really well. And that way you're able to make sure that there's no cookies of anybody else's link and stuff like that on their browser. All right. So just a little something for you there. Very simple. Boom.
Very cool. Okay. Let's see here. Question is from Karen. Says, was most of your business built from solo ads or organic, half and half?
That's a very, very good question. We did several things. The majority were organic, Facebook, social media. We did run some Facebook ads. We did some like ads campaigns. That was just to build up the audience in the business page. And we tested different things. And what we noticed was the bulk of the results that we've gotten has always been through social media and building our list through solo ads and following up, right? And having meetings on Zoom, right? Or even Facebook Messenger. I remember when I have no money, we did it in Skype, right? Those were our meetings. Hey, you got Skype? Nope. Here, go download it. And we would have like, video conferences and stuff like that. This is what we've always done. And that's been like, the bulk of our business. So I would say like half and half, organic and paid marketing. Yeah. I've done some other ads, with different websites on the internet. Those are different strategies. But even with that, it still didn't really do as well as running solo ads and, providing, great follow-up, understanding how to, communicate with email. Not only that, but we don't just communicate with email. We send them to like pages. We send them to, our social media, sometimes YouTube videos. Depending on, what day it is, what email it is, we do different things, right? So, I mean, we just got really good at doing that. And the copywriting, of course, has excelled as well. And that helps convert more leads into sales. So definitely, those two things just work hand in hand very well. Organic and paid solo ads.
That's right. So that's why it's highly recommended that you learn both.
Yep. And not to say you can't do other things and test, right?
Right.
You can do, if you're doing YouTube, you could do YouTube ads just to build up your subscribers. You know what I mean?
And the thing with solo ads, people need to understand, and you probably are not told this, but we teach this, is the fact that you can't just rely solely on solo ads and think that your branding is not a big part of the equation. Your branding is everything, because solo ads, when you start generating those leads, they are going to stalk you. They will check you out, go through your emails. Now that they got your email, they got your name, they can go and seek you out on Facebook. And if your Facebook profile is jacked up, and it doesn't look attractive enough to them, it doesn't look respectable for them, like they're not going to trust you and they're not going to want to do business with you. And this is another reason why Ace and Rich is successful, because, we cleaned up our act. We made sure that our profile was spot on. Our branding is top notch. Our content is all, straight up about our core values. Our message is very clear on who we want to attract or market, and very, very targeted. And that's the organic marketing, Karen. That's organic. So organic and paid works hand in hand. So keep that in mind.
Yeah. And when you do organic, I mean, what you can do is the targeting is really important. I mean, solo ads is like the easy part, right? Just to get some traffic, to get, they're all business opportunity seekers. So you're getting people that are looking for a way to make money online. Pretty simple. It's a wide net, but it's still pretty simple. However, the challenge will be to understand how to follow up and build that relationship. Anything online, anything with building a business on the internet revolves around being good at building relationships. And if you focus on that, then you'll be able to write a paycheck for life, right? Focus on that.
Right on.
And the other thing is, when it comes to the target market, let's talk about organic. Organic, we have to know what our target market is, right? So let's say that I want to build my Facebook up with just network marketers. Well, if that's the case, I need to make sure that my message is talking about network marketers. I need to speak the lingo of network marketers, right? Like about prospecting and your upline and MLM and all that kind of stuff, right? I need to make sure that message is matching the market. This is how you're able to get closer to a conversion, because now you're speaking their language and it makes sense. But if you have all these network marketers you're building on, with your audience in Facebook, and you start talking about being vegan, it doesn't work out very well, does it? It's a big disconnect, right? It's not going to work. So same thing, like if let's say you have another target market, let's say it's weight loss, right? You're not going to talk about bodybuilding during weight loss. You're going to talk about weight loss, right? Because bodybuilders are just trying to gain muscle, which is gaining weight, but it's muscle. But people, when they talk about, losing weight, they talk about like, diet, cardio, those kind of things. So go ahead. Next question.
Very good question, Karen. I hope that was more than enough you can handle. We're always given different sides on things. So that's why it's Ace and Rich, right? His and hers. So let me answer this question here. I heard from Neil that a new sales funnel is coming out that allows new golds to upgrade from the very beginning, even as they just sign up. Okay, my question. I'm very curious how you move people from HBA to PLS, or what's your overall strategy in concerning PLS?
Okay. Now with PLS, there is a new funnel coming out. Yes. We've been talking to Neil, and I've been telling him to have some OTOs in the funnel, because when somebody buys a product, their mindset is in buying decision mode. Okay. And they're hot, right? They're a hot buyer in that moment. So if you don't allow the opportunity for somebody to see another offer from the actual beginning of the offer when they go through the funnel, you're missing out on potential multiple sales. And the affiliate is also missing out on, potential sales. So we talked about this, and I even told them, even with Lead Lightning, which is a $7 tripwire offer, I wanted to make sure that people have the opportunity to go to, through Lead Lightning, to upgrade, to platinum, right? Home Business Pro. That gives the ability of not earning a $7, but also earning the gold residual commission, and also earning the commission for Home Business Pro and Platinum. It's not like that right now. So they're going to actually work on that and put that together. And I don't know, maybe we'll do a funnel also on MTI. I'll talk more about that one, because you have to give the people the ability to choose for themselves. You can never think what you think is right or wrong, right? The marketplace is always going to dictate what works and what doesn't work. And what always works best is when there's actual upsells in the funnel, because when they're buying something and it's just a tripwire offer, let's say it's the gold, right? And it's $53.97 a month, and they're getting a lot of value, they're getting a lot of great stuff, but maybe they want more. But you never gave them the opportunity to look at more. So therefore, you missed out on those potential commissions, right? Now, the strategy with how do we get people into HBA into PLS? Well, or vice versa, right? So let's talk about HBA to PLS. If someone's struggling with converting leads into sales, we have like the Mecca. I think we have the best email marketing training in Home Business Pro, bar none, right? When it comes to one of the best copywriters on the internet, teaching people, grandmas, man, how to freaking write copy, right? Because he has a way of explaining it that, it sounds simple. And it's not boring either. And that's really cool. So what we do is we tell people, if you're struggling with email marketing, and, I know you got the great funnel builder, you got HBA, that's awesome. It's a great business, but if you got to start really understanding copywriting. And we're going to show you exactly how to get that and how to get that going. And we got him over to PLS, and we tell him this is what we recommend. This is what we've done. This is what we do, right? We don't leave HBA. We use this as tools and trainings to enhance our skill sets and get better and improve in our marketing. And they usually go for it because they're like, yeah, I mean, I don't know how to do email marketing. I mean, I get some ins and outs, some, basic details and stuff like that. I got some swipe files, but really, I really don't understand email marketing. This is where Home Business Pro comes in with Power Lead System. And this is why, if you look at HBA is really like a full-fledged, business opportunity place. But Power Lead System is a place with more education on lead generation specifically, right? If you look at other products, it's geared towards more on how to generate leads from many different types of sources, different ways of generating leads. Okay, so I mean, I would really speak of it that way. If you're trying, let's say you have a team building in HBA and you want to get some stuff in Power Lead System, it'll be good to say, hey, I want you to start here. You have, as a leader, you have to guide them, because you don't want them to get lost and overwhelmed. You tell them where you want them to go. You tell them what you want them to study, right? And they'll appreciate you for that, because people get overwhelmed easy if you don't guide them.
Awesome. Okay. Richard Osborne is back with the clarification on his question. Finally, I bring my opportunity into focus as a solution to other people's problems faced in this industry. After I market the who, what, when, where, and why of my company. That's in the paragraph he was talking about.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. I understand what you're saying. So here's the thing. What you were reading there, Mike was explaining basically the pain points, right? The pain points. So the who, the what, the where, the when. This is you bringing in your unique selling proposition forward. Okay. When you're out there and you're promoting, whether you're doing it through content marketing or, you're doing it through email, promotionals and doing it through your campaigns, you got to bring your opportunity into focus mode, and you got to resonate with your avatar. Your avatar has specific pain points. They have challenges. They have problems. You see, before, this wasn't like a big perspective thing, but when Mike Dillard in that book, Magnetic Sponsoring, we told you to read about, brought it into perspective, it brings the opportunity forward and it makes it the central point, but it's not the end all be all, because every person has a different pain point, problem, and challenge. So you have to fully customize a unique selling proposition that's going to meet those things head on for your customer to make a buying decision. So they're not just going to go see your link and be like, woohoo, Richard, he just sent me a link, I'm interested. No, bullshit. That's not what's going to happen. If anything, they're just going to look at you like a spammer. You got to give them value. Okay. So you got to lead with the who, the what, the where with as value. And this is where you have to study marketers. You got to study the competition. You got to see what they're doing that you're not. And this is how you're going to learn how to get that aha moment of, oh, there it is. I never knew that. And now you start marketing in this fashion. So in a nutshell, you're not just selling stuff, okay? You're offering a remedy, a fix-it, an aspirin to their headache. Am I talking about right stuff here, Rich?
Man, you hit the nail on the head. And it reminds me But what I learned from Mike
Yeah.
Dillard when he talked about the hole in the drill, and I'm, guys, I'm going to quiz you right now. I'm going to ask you
Yes.
guys a great question, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I want you guys to answer it truthfully of what you really, truly think the answer is. What's more important? And Richard, this is for you too. What is more important, the hole or the drill? Put it in the comments, guys. What's more important, the hole or the drill? And this is going to also help answer more about the question you just asked, Richard. Okay? So go ahead, guys. In the comments, let me know. What is more important, the hole or the drill?
They like that. They like what I said. Thank you so much. It's true, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, read that book. You're going to learn a
Aspirin for the
lot.
headache, baby. That's right. So guys, hold the drill. Come on. Let's go. I want to know your answers. I want everybody here to participate. Everyone.
Come on.
Okay,
Don't be afraid.
The hole.
Okay, we got our first one right here.
The hole. Yep. Okay, keep going. Keep
Who
going.
else? The hole, the drill. You too, Richard. This is your question. Okay, you said the hole. Okay, that's 2 for holes. Okay, what else?
Okay, all right.
Okay, no, 3. Somebody said the hole.
Okay, all
4.
right.
Here we go. Somebody said the hole. Okay, so they're all saying the hole.
All right.
Okay,
all right.
okay.
You want to answer this?
Hold on, wait a minute. There's more coming in.
There's more coming in?
Somebody said I like the drill, but I said the hole. Okay, the hole. Oh, another person. Okay, I like it. Just don't reveal it yet. They need to wait, marinate on this a little bit till they understand. Karen said I use a screw gun, screw holes almost every day. Okay, go ahead, Rich.
All right. We got all the answers?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So basically, you have to really ask yourself what's more important, the hole or the drill. So what we're doing as marketers is we're always trying to solve a problem. How do we solve the problem? By becoming the person that people want to follow. People want to follow people of authority, people that have taken the time and invested in themselves to become better. Okay? So you guys answered correctly. It's the hole. Because the hole is the problem. So the problem is more important because if we look at the problem, we can solve the problem by providing the solution. Okay? The solution is the drill. The drill is going to solve that problem. Well, we need a drill to drill a hole, right? But the hole is the most important part because without the hole, there wouldn't be a problem. You get what I'm saying? This is why when we look at this, I remember you guys answered correctly. You guys been learning some really cool stuff.
I think they've been watching Hot Seat for so long. They are really learning.
A lot of before would answer, they would say the drill.
I know, right? I know.
So, but really, you have to understand that you are solution providers. You are out there and you're solving problems. Mike Dillard likes to talk about, becoming that person of authority, becoming that person that people want to be attracted to, right? Because people are attracted to what? They're attracted to leaders. Okay. So, I mean, you get what I'm saying? Is this making sense? Is this resonating with you? Right? Everybody comes to this business and they say what? They go, oh, well, I'm not making any sales and, this doesn't work. I'm just wasting my time.
Now, see, here's the thing.
Familiar, right?
Here's the thing. Now, Karen, you worked all your life with using, mechanical equipment, you do construction and things like that. But we're not talking about the physical sense here. We're talking about, metaphorically speaking, as an affiliate marketer. Okay. Because she said, laugh out loud, the hole may not be the problem. Plug the hole. You can look at it differently too. Another solution solved. It's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same. You must read the book Magnetic Response to fully grasp this. When you grasp this, when you start learning through Mike Dillard, what I said, you are going to get it. And you're going to understand why you've been struggling all along, trying to figure out how this whole make money online thing works. So definitely make sure that you read that book. Good job, Richard, on reading the book and bringing the chapter to our attention.
I
They're
love
reading.
that. I love
Yeah.
when we actually give people instructions
And they
and
follow
they
through.
follow through. And more important than that, you come to the hot seat and you're asking a question about the book. That means you're reading it, you're starting to understand it, and that's a breakthrough for you, right? Because people, let me just take a step back here. People buy a drill because they want a hole, right? So
Yes.
you guys answered correctly. The hole is important,
Yes.
okay? And it's not because they want to drill, right? It's because they want to sell. They want to sell more drills, but you can't sell more drills unless there is a hole.
Yeah.
You guys getting it?
Now there's a question from Donald. Donald says, I'm a bit puzzled. Why isn't there a set it and forget it option for affiliate marketing? What keeps it from being a one-time payment deal? Well, this isn't your as seen on TV, set it and forget it, rotisserie chicken, machine, dude. Okay. I'm gonna tell you like it is. Yeah, seriously. Listen, I'm just seriously, when it comes to this business, you don't set it and forget it. If that was the case, everybody would be jumping on and being successful 6-7-figure earners, and it doesn't work that way.
Right.
There's an education aspect to this. There is a skill set aspect to this. There's a mindset transformation aspect to this. You cannot just put your money into something and just take your link and slap it up there like spaghetti and thinking that that's what's going to make you rich. Doesn't work that way. And
yeah, you have to understand that, this is no different than being away from the internet. You still have to go through the learning curve. You still have to understand how the business works.
Yes.
Just like if you let's say you buy a franchise, right? You still have to learn how the franchise works. You still have to learn how to order, more food. Let's say you brought a, I don't know, like a Burger King franchise. You still have to know how to order, how much to order. You still have to learn how the business runs.
Right.
The system, right? It's all
Right.
systems.
Exactly.
It's like online. These are all systems as well. You just have to know how they work. And when they don't work the way that people expect, just like a brick and mortar business, right? It happens the same way.
Yep.
The people that are successful with any type of business are the people that don't give up and fight and learn and grow and master it. People that fail do not want to learn. They don't want to study. They don't want to figure things out. They want things to come to them.
Absolutely.
You get me?
Yeah.
Trust me, we coach a lot of people.
Yeah.
And we see the ones that don't make it. We see the ones that do make it.
And people try to, be like Mr. and Mrs. Know-it-all. Like, I've done this type of thing before. I know how it works. No, you don't.
What about
No, you don't. You don't know how this works.
What about the MIT guy?
The MIT guy that we had in our team.
Oh, well, I'm an MIT.
I went to MIT.
I know all about this stuff.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead. Give it your first 30-day run without any coaching and any training and what you learn at MIT. Go ahead. I wish you all the best. Came right back after the first week, was like, what the hell does all this mean?
It's a different animal, isn't it? Right? Different animal.
What the hell does all this mean? This is all new language to me. Read the damn books. You're going to be learning some new stuff. This ain't no set it and forget it.
I've been in tech pretty much for many, many years.
Yep.
Even before 2008. I built my own computers. I've done networking. I've oh my God, like I could. Let me just tell you that I had a little bit of an ego when I first got started. I did. I thought because I knew tech that this is going to be a breeze. I'm like, oh, I'm going to make a lot of money. Woo-hoo! Right? Boy, did I have a rude awakening. Right? It was a different animal. I literally had to go and learn skill sets from scratch, brand new things, psychology, marketing. The list goes on and on. I had to get coaching. I had to fly to California for 3 days to hang out with my coach, right?
Right.
I had to literally get even more coaching, right? I mean, the list goes on and on. Marketing, mindset coaching, marketing, mindset. It just, people don't realize that the more that you invest in yourself, the more authority you start to create in the marketplace because of what you're gaining is wisdom and knowledge from the greats. You're borrowing information from people that have more experience than you, because you took the time to invest in that experience. You took the time to really want to figure it out, right? And I thought just because I was getting coached by a millionaire, I thought oh yeah, you know what? I'm going to make a lot of money from this millionaire. It's going to be awesome, right? And everything that he taught me was nothing about money. Now, he did discuss the relationship with money, but he didn't tell me how to make the money. Isn't that interesting? He taught me about me and why I must change. And he broke it down. And yes, he made me cry. Just so you know. All right. He's brutal. But I needed a coach like that, right? So, but once I had that switch, the light bulb went on, I'm like, oh my God, I understand now.
Yeah.
I get it now. It's me.
Yeah.
It's not the business. So, yeah.
Albie says, I was in network marketing for 5 years, and internet marketing is a different beast, even though there are points where they intersect. Yeah. See, you learn this.
Yeah.
You learn this.
Absolutely. I agree.
You know, and the thing is, our kids, the future generation, you know, they're going to know about this because they've been surrounded by technology, you know, at this point, the millennials, and they've learned all of this now. So by that time, affiliate marketing is going to be not just going away, it's evolving. And there's an evolution that's happening with affiliate marketing. You know, you think you've seen a lot with high ticket. Wait till you see the next generation, what it's going to be like. It's going to be insane.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Incredible. So I'm ready for it.
Me too. Me too. I love it.
Well, thank you, Donald, for your question. I appreciate your honesty and, you know, where your head is at. Okay. Let me tell you something. If you want to make it in this industry, you definitely need to not think that way and start studying and start doing the damn work. That's the only thing I can tell you. All right. We have a question from Casey. She says, trials are meant to convert, right? But what's the perspective on why some customers choose to quit after they've experienced the product? Oh, this is good. Thank you, Casey, and welcome to the hot seat. I love this question.
Excellent question.
Yes. So you're experiencing something that we've experienced, where you have a customer, okay, known as a buyer, who comes through your affiliate link. They buy it. You're all goody and excited about it. All of a sudden, after they've experienced the product, they just quit. I was like, what's the deal with that? Right? And that kind of ruffles your feathers a little bit. Well, let me tell you, take a step back and control your emotions on this one. Okay? This is a business. Okay? And you're going to get people from all walks of life who are going to do some shady stuff. And with affiliate marketing, they will get away with it because, number one, it's their dime. They can sign up for something. They can go and get the product. They can download the product, and they can bounce. They can literally do that. But you know what's going to be the sad part about all of that? They're not going to be successful because all they'll be doing is just turning into a junkie. They'll buy stuff all the time and never do a damn thing with any of it.
It'll collect dust. It'll be on the shelf.
It'll just collect dust on their shelves and their desktop, and they won't do a thing with it.
And there's some people also that once they quit, you know, like grab and go, right? They basically they don't appreciate it as much, so they won't really study, right? So let's look at these two scenarios. Someone will grab and go, right? The other person will actually stay longer, invest in themselves, grow. The people that invest their money, right, they'll appreciate it more. And the more that you invest, the more serious you take it. If you just invest a little bit and just want to grab and go, what's going to happen is, and try to get a refund, what happens is you're not going to appreciate it as much, and the mindset's not going to be in the right place. We've seen this happen quite a bit.
Yeah, we experienced it during our first year, you know, before we hit success. It was happening on our way to, you know, our first 10K. We saw it. People were buying stuff and the trials were coming in at $1. And then all of a sudden people would leave. And then we're like, what gives? You know, why did they do that? And, you know, me not there yet in my mindset. I wasn't trained. I didn't have a coach, you know, and I'm going, what the F? You know, what's going on? I'm freaking out. You know, I'm like, I just made it out. There it goes. It just left. Wait a minute, first we just saw that back there in our back office. Now that person is gone, you know? Or don't come up with some bullshit attitude with, this wasn't what I was looking for. I'm not good out for it. Well, good. It's not cut out for you.
Oh, we confronted everybody.
We confronted everybody.
Yeah,
even when you cancel, like, excuse me, why did you cancel? We just want to know for our perspective so that we know we don't market to people like you again.
Yeah, exactly. Bingo. Bingo.
Collecting data. Remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Next question. Stevie says, hey, Ace and Rich, I've been promoting Live Good. Oh, gosh. This is my Live Good question. I've been promoting Live Good in Facebook groups, aiming to connect with like-minded individuals. Why do you have to use that line? Okay. Unfortunately, I received a banishment notice for cross-recruiting. What specific actions, Ace, should I be cautious about? And how can I continue promoting my Live Good business without crossing any boundaries? Well, Stevie, Ace is going to chew your ass up right now. No, I'm gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. Listen, first of all, hang in for this, okay? What you just did is something that is absolutely unacceptable. This is an industry, and there are rules to the games. So look at this like a business with rules. The rule of cross recruiting is straightforward. If you're in a company like Live Good and you're going out into Facebook groups and you're spamming your link in Facebook groups, and those admins who own those Facebook groups do not allow that, but you do it anyway, okay? And it's not even a promotional share your website kind of a theme day in their group. They're going to boot you out and you will get kicked out. And if you're doing it within another company's program Facebook group, that is considered to be cross-recruiting. The other violation of cross-recruiting is when you are sending direct messages, you, Stevie, messaging other members in the community directly to take a look at your offer with Live Good. You're making Live Good look like a bad business. And you're not doing them a service, you're doing a disservice as their affiliate. Yeah. And it's making them look bad. You guys feel me on that? So it's not that Live Good is a bad or good company. It's the people within it making silly mistakes like this. Now, it's a good thing that you learned your lesson, because now you got kicked out of one of the groups. Are you going to do it again? Pain will leave you a memory of what not to do, right? So let me tell you something. The next time, here's what you need to do. Learn marketing. Write this down, big letters. Learn marketing, okay? Because when you pick up the skill sets of learning how to attract the right types of prospects, the right types of leads and buyers, you don't ever have to do that again, okay? Rich, if you want to touch on that, go ahead.
I just got a few words. Learn to become the hunted, not the hunter.
There you go. There you go. So don't do it again. That's a bad thing. And don't teach your team that either, because that does not duplicate. All it's going to do is get your Facebook account banished. There you go. But thank you for bringing that to the hot seat, because that was hot.
And that was real.
That was real. Okay, another question here. Jason. Hello, Jason. This is a quick one. How did Ace come up with the idea for the #1 frustration email series? And what kind of impact do you hope it has on your audience? Now you're talking about my emails. Oh my gosh. Okay. I love that. This is the first for me. So I came up with the idea when I was reading another leader's newsletter, and all they were doing was just answering some of their replies that they were getting. And so I thought, maybe I could do that, because I do get replies too, but I never made them public, especially to my list. And people come from all different walks of life who have similar, challenges. So what do? I go, okay, I'm going to start like a, ask Ann type of a newsletter thing, and instead call it the #1 frustrations part 1. Well, I'm already on part 6 right now, because people are reading the emails and they're responding from my list, and they're opening their vulnerability to me and telling me, Ace, I'm dealing with XYZ, and this is what I would like to know. What's your take on it? How would you handle it? Right? Because, and they're not even in my business yet. These are just subscribers. You understand what I'm saying? And they're trying to pick my brain. And they're not even in the business yet. I like that. Go ahead, pick my brain before you join my business. Whatever I need to do to give you the value and the benefit of the doubt that I am a real person behind those emails, and I'm looking for people to change their lives and teach them how to make money online. Hello? So when I get those frustrations, I get all kinds of different frustrations. People are talking about how they're afraid of being in front of the camera, to people who actually are afraid to invest. And those are the problems and challenges that I deal with every single time when I write my emails. And I'll never know what's coming up next. What happened? Karen said, Ace, you're killing me. Laugh my ass off. Well, I'm just being real, okay? Yeah, I'm dear Abby now. That's right, family. I'm dear Ace. Hey, Ace, help me with this problem. There we go. Look at episode next frustration part 7, But this is something that keeps the subscribers, going. And the goal with this is to keep them going, wow, this is a series, maybe I could be featured in the next series. And, maybe, Ace will answer one of my emails. And that's what I'm looking for, is that. And also, definitely, hell yeah, to get you in my team, because why not? I only teach what I'm doing, and I'm not going to teach you something that I'm not doing. So it just makes total sense.
Yeah, I mean, we teach from experience. We don't like teaching from theory. I mean, theory is okay, but when you can teach from experience and help people understand how to avoid pitfalls, right? I mean, you're going to go through challenges. That's normal, any entrepreneur. But I mean, to help you guys understand where the pitfalls are, then you have to really understand that's really going to help catapult your business just a little bit faster. So.
Oh my gosh. Karen says, I have to tell you, I got targeted by a psychic on my chat, and she said she was reading my aura and I was a bright light. And I said, no, what you felt was your intuition to ask me how to help you build a better business and to communicate with people better. Laugh out loud. I'm learning.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh man,
that's
love
rock solid. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that, Karen. Wow. That's funny. Oh,
and on that note, my God, it's already like 10 o'clock.
Oh man, yeah.
Wow. So any more? We'll take one more question and we'll wrap it up, guys.
You guys are loving this. Karen says, learn marketing. That's right. I told Stevie, write it down. Learn marketing. That's right. No spamming. Okay.
See, Richard says it was cloudy and drizzling all day, 47 degrees here in Monroe, Michigan. Woo, Michigan getting cold. Let's see, what is the weather like in Puerto Rico? It's 80s, pretty much.
Yeah, but at night it's chilly.
It's getting a little breezy. We're getting the Christmas winds, they call it.
Yeah, cool. I still wear shorts and sandals when I go outside. It doesn't bother me.
That's nice.
But I wouldn't set foot like that in Massachusetts where I used to live.
No, not now.
Shorts no December. My butt will be freezing.
All right, guys, this will be the last one.
Hold on, Rich.
No, we got something from Richard Osborne
here. Yeah, I wonder, will I be able to market Mike Diller's book and make some money off of it?
You know what? Here's the deal. One of my first offers in 2008, when I first got started marketing, was selling Mike Diller's Magnetic Sponsoring. That's why I know the book very well. That's why I know of it very well, because that was one of the first offers that we were actually marketing. And I made a lot of money from it because it's a really, really good book. Now it is not available as an affiliate, unfortunately.
No.
But as you build your team and you want your team to understand more about becoming a better entrepreneur,
yes,
I would definitely recommend that book to your team.
And I would recommend do it this fashion, because we learned this from our mentors. Okay, is you definitely as a leader have to display leadership by example. If you are going to be marketing a book and you're going to be telling your team to read the book, you make sure you damn well have read that book and you know that book. Because if you're going to recommend them, what was the premise of you doing that? It's to help them with their mindset. It's to help them with their skill sets. It's to help them to get the understanding of the industry, become great students. So anytime, we market a book, we don't make a lot of money from our books. But what we do is we lead by example and we say, hey, we see a problem. We know the solution is going to be read this book. So if somebody has a problem with understanding email copy, I'm going to recommend one of my copywriting books that I have read to help me. I'm going to recommend for them. And damn well, I will use my Amazon affiliate link and give it to them, because that's fair, right? Because the person asked me for it. So I'm going to recommend to you, Richard Osborne, don't think of it like I'm going to make some money from it. Okay.
Yeah, because Amazon, you ain't gonna pay your bills.
I'll pay your bills.
That's like this chump change.
What you can do is you can help a lot of people make money by reading it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's the whole premise.
With that being said, thank you so much, guys, for being here, making this an awesome holiday hot seat with Ace and Rich. We really had a fun time here. Guys, awesome. You're gonna have a great Christmas. Okay. Don't eat so much. Otherwise, everybody's going to be really hitting those New Year's resolutions on the treadmill.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And making sure that they are working it out. But I'll tell you this, though, if you are absolutely certain that you want to stick this thing out, you want to be able to build a successful business with affiliate marketing, and in 2024, you want to crush it, and you've been going at it alone all this time. You got into the wrong program with the wrong team, with the wrong community, and you're looking for somebody like us two leaders to help you get through things, to make sure you get over tech overwhelm and start getting your business from setup to startup. Let me tell you something. You better book an appointment with us. We are getting full on our calendar before we kick off the new year. Definitely book a call with us. Let's have that consult. Let's talk about your options of what you can do for 2024. We're going to offer you our opportunity. And if it's a great fit, great. If it's not a great fit, don't worry about it. We're still going to give you some tips to help you with your existing business, no matter what it is. Okay? Because that's the way we roll. And I'll tell you this, when it comes to 2024, don't do the same things you did in 2023 for 2024 if you want it to be better. Okay? For us, going back in 2016, we made a goal. We went from Motel 6 to become Paradise top earner, the way we are. And we didn't expect that to happen. Our goal was to give it a 30, 60, 90-day run. Guys, we hit $42,890 in 15 weeks. That's straight hustle. That's straight up work that we did. And we definitely accomplished that. So if Ace and Rich can accomplish this, let us confer upon you. You can do the same too.
That's right. Let that be an inspiration to you. Absolutely, guys. All right, guys. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah. We love you guys. Appreciate you. And guys, don't forget, give this video a thumbs up, because it definitely helps us with the algorithm in YouTube as well. And guys, if you had any questions, maybe you'll think about it afterwards. Just put it in the comments, and we'll get those questions next week.
Hit us up. All right, you guys. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys. You guys have a great holiday.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.